Welcome back, my friend. This is Mr. Adam in the world of toys. And right now, I am back live for the second episode of this type of live ranking show. When I touch different topics relate obviously with action figure and related with something that we like that also relate in some way also with this channel. And Spider-Man, if you follow, they like I love Spider-Man. And the reason why I did in the shorts thousand of drawing about Spider-Man is like a little obsession to me because I like the suits that he has, the characters. He's a super cool characters in the Marvel universe. So because of that, I decided today to go to this topic to talk up to ranking the old movies of Spider-Man. And we know there's not a lot of movie. Basically, we have one, two. I can show you right here. Also, right here, we have one, two, three, four, nine movie of Spider-Man. So not a long number of Spider-Man movie. So just a nine movie. So will not a long video like yesterday. I did a video, a ranking video for Stranger Things character. Today will be a little bit shorter because we have just nine movies to rank in the show. But before the start, remember two things. First of all, if you join the channel as a member, you can share live with me your opinion, and you can be my show and share your action figure, your Spider-Man action figure, Marvel Select, Marvel Legend, Toy Bits, everything in my Mr. Alan Super Show. You can be my guest and talk about it with me. So if you want talks about everything about your collection of Spider-Man figures, you can be on my show and share your collection, but only the member of the channel, but also the patron. If you want to become a patron, you can choose, for example, the next topics of the next episode of this live ranking video. This new format that I try to do some experiment right now with the channel, not only to news, not only reviews, not only unboxing, and not only interviews. So I try to explore new format for you guys. So now today I want to talk about the Spider-Man movie. There is something super iconic, and some movie are cool, some not so much. So I won't do a ranking about it. And to talk about, welcome to all of you guys. Some shout out for the people in the chat. So let's see who's the chat. Barbarous, welcome. Mad Rob, welcome to the show. Big Bob, welcome to the show. Also, Foot Soldier. Eddie Rodriguez, welcome to the show. So now the topic is movie, Spider-Man movie. So I know I give you a better look of the tier of the ranking, like this, for example, or maybe better like this. So we can take a look. We have obviously so what is the ranking, a list, and we talk about the figure, not the figure, the movie. Sometimes we got many figures. It's part about those movies, so we knows what that means. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's talk about the movie. I want to talk. We start with the first one, 2002, with Tobey Maguire, awesome actor, perfect. William Defoe, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, Cliff Robertson, Rosemary Harris, and J.K. Simmons. Was a big budget blockbuster based on a best-selling superhero comic book. It was a spectacular effect, storytelling in a flashy but ultimate. It's awesome for the storytelling is that movie, the 2002, the first one, was a delightful, unexpected mix of spectacles and human drama. So Sam Raimi is an awesome director, and I think with this movie of 2002, the original, the first one, the first ever movie with Tobey Maguire is awesome actor, perfect for the role. I think that in this first movie, in my opinion, need to be on the top on this tier. So I put the 2002 Spider-Man movie on the top of my ranking because it also I think that sometimes when you touch a big universe, a comic book universe, and Spider-Man is a huge character in the Marvel world, is a huge character in the comic book, and this character is really important. And that movie, in my opinion, today I think is still the best. I watched many times that one. Toby Maguire, Toby Maguire was perfect for the character so because of that I think that that movie was super cool because it was not just a movie of special effect, but was also a movie about drama, inside drama. So because of that, I think that is a super cool movie because go inside the mind of the character is a well done movie. I think we need more Spider-Man movie like that. Also, speaking of the modern era, yes, there is other cool movie, but that one, in my opinion, is something. It's like, for example, in Batman movie, we got a many movies. To me, my favorite is still the first one by Tim Burton. But because Tim Burton has his vision, for example, in that movie, it's the same for Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi has his vision. Was not just a movie about a comic book hero, that one, the number one, the 2002, but was also a movie about a vision of the character, a vision of the story. And I like that because putting the storyline, this iconic superhero, in an interesting way, in an interesting shade of gray in the same time, speaking of the emotions. So because of that, I think that the 2002 movie, the first ever Spider-Man movie, is on the top of my tier, or is on the top of my ranking. This is what I think. Let me know what do you think, if you agree about it, if you love that movie, if you are in the same page with me, or maybe you have another opinion. It's cool because this type of ranking video they won't do sometimes. The idea is to share opinion, and every opinion is okay, is good. There's not a better opinion. Every opinion is good. So let's move for the next one, and we talk about the Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was with Tobey Maguire once again, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, Alfred Molina, Rosemary Harris, J.K. Simmons, almost the same cast. And in this, Peter Parker Maguire struggles to pay the bills, keep his job, get through college, and whose sweetheart Mary Jane does, and is about to give up. Shanty's Dr. Otto Octavius Molina turns into eight-limbed freak Doc Ock, and New York needs a superhero. Raimi, excellent sequel for the first one. It's an excellent sequel because we know that it's not easy to do a sequel of a successful movie. It's not easy because sometimes you can do a flop, you can do something that is not on the same level of the first one. Maybe sometimes I like the sequel. For example, I like the Ghostbuster 2 movie. To me, it's better than the first one, for example. But other movies are not in the same way. So, because sometimes you got something that is not, for example, Batman Returns of Tim Burton is not at the same level of the first one. It's good, a good movie, but on the same level. For Spider-Man, I think that this movie is cool because the director is the same, the actor is the same, and basically the philosophy of the screenplay is the same on the first one. So I think it's a really cool, really good, and really cool also at the same time, really cool and really cool movie. So I decided to put not on the same level of the first one because the first one is the first one, but I put really high in my ranking the number two. I give a for the number two because of this reason. Is really well done and follow the vision of the first one because you see when you got the same director, the same main actor, you got a good possibility to have another good movie. The following really well. The first one, also the screenplay is awesome. The teleplay, if you want to call it like that, is awesome. And I like also the problem, the whole struggle, the character, the Spider-Man in this one. So because of this reason, I think that the Spider-Man 2 followed the quality of the first one really well. Same director, same main actor, many things that still in the same way in the same page, and because of that I like it, guys. I think is something really interesting. It's a good movie also as well, this one. But let me know in the chat if you agree with me, because is a moment of just for this type of show that I want to do with you guys are just for fun to share together opinion about the movie, guys. In this case is about is about Spider-Man movies, all Spider-Man movies. So let me know in the chat if you agree, if you agree with me about this, my opinion about this movie, because I put uh, this movie in a high position in my ranking, and I think is a super cool movie as well. But we have other seven movies to talk about, Spider-Man movie, guys. So I'm not finished. We continues right now because I won't touch the other movies that we got in the Spider-Man storyline, guys. So let's move to the next one, the next Spider-Man movie. That is obviously the Spider-Man 3. Same director, Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire in the cast, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, and we have a good cast. But the third outing for Sam Raimi's Spider is a hit and miss affair. Peter Parker McGuire is loved up with Mary Jane, but has to cope with a supersized ego and overabundance of villain and overdone visual effect in engaging with ultimately disappointing final. So the finale, the end of the movie is a little bit disappointing for the Spider-Man 3. So we lost something in this one that we have in the previous movie. This is the third movie, the third and the last movie by Sam Raimi, and we lost something. Honestly, it's not the same that we got previously. The finale of the movie is disappointing a little bit. So this one, in my opinion, is not a good movie. Yeah, they did it also on first movie and also on second one. So for this one, I give a low rank for this one, the number three. I don't think it's the same level. I don't think it is in the same level of the first one. Not in the same level of the second as well. Bad ending. So probably was they lost some because it's not easy stay at the same big level like the first movie, like the second one that was good. This one they lost something, the story too much to visual effect, bad ending, disappointing ending. And the end of the story is really important, not only in a movie but also in a book. The end make the story, in my opinion, because you need to give something because the people, when the people left the theater after a movie, left the theater with the end of the story. Yes, you need to do a good consequence between each point of the story, but the end is important. Is important, and you need to have a good ending for a movie. This one, the Spider-Man 3 had a bad ending. I never like it. So because of that, I give a low rank for this movie. Not my favorite Spider-Man movie. As absolutely the Spider-Man 3, my friends. So let's see what is the next one. Instead of to talk about the next Spider-Man movie in this ranking video, and let me know absolutely. Let me know what do you think. Let me know what you think in the comments, in the chat. You're really welcome, guys, to join this style. Looks like we can call also experiment a little bit about the channel. I want to do this for you, with you guys, to enjoy together something really different. So let's talk about the next one. The next one is The Amazing Spider-Man, directed by Mark Webb, written by Alvin Surgeon and Steve Gloves, cast with Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, Ryan Ifans. Was the spin-off from the Spider-Man franchise explored the story of a young Peter Parker and his struggle to come to terms with being abandoned by his parent and his early confrontation with Dr. Kent Connors' giant lizard. Director Webb and Star Garfield breathed new life into this Marvel fabric. That's right. So the Amazing Spider-Man, I think, is a good movie because gave a new life for the characters, explore the story of the young Peter Parker that was abandoned by parents, similar with Batman, by the way. No, Batman. No, sorry. Batman was Penguin abandoned by parents, not Batman. Sorry, the parents of Batman were killed in the storyline. Similar of Penguin. Sorry. However, yeah, was interesting this stuff that explored the young Spider-Man and tried to refresh this Marvel favorite character. So I think it's a pretty cool movie. So I want put the Amazing Spider-Man in a good position of my ranking right here, along with the Spider-Man 2. It's not my favorite. I like the first one, Sam Raimi, but I like because this movie refresh the characters, refresh is a fresh air for the character. I really like how they did this, the ideas behind it. So it's cool. It's really nice. And absolutely, let me know what do you think about it in the chat, guys. Because I'm not finished. We talk about 4 movie, other 5 still to come in these ranking videos. So don't go anywhere, my friends. Stay right here because I'm not finished with you. There's more to come for you guys. So let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk. Well, we move to the next one in a few seconds, but let me know in the chat if you agree with me about my ranking. As I mentioned before, I like this the Amazing Spider-Man because it's a new hair for a refresh the characters. I like the idea to talk about the young Spider-Man. Is something that I like. I like it. So let me know if you like the Amazing, the first one movie. About let me know what do you think. If you agree with me or not. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much, my friend. So it's time to talk about another one, to talk about another movie. Another movie, guys. So let's see the next one. The next one is The Amazing Spider Man 2. The director is the same director. It was released in 2014, directed by Mark Webb. The cast is Andrew Garfield, so we change. No, we see with the same actor. Emma Stone, Jane Fox, awesome actor by the way, and then the end. UK release, it was in April 16, 2014. Peter Parker goes up against new supervillains Electros and Harry Osborn. Garfield and Stone have enormous chemistry. That's right, enormous chemistry between the two actors in the movie. Fox and the End bring complexity and pathos, and the rebooted franchise continued to capture the original character wisecracking energy in a way that Raimi trilogy didn't. That's right. There's something interesting that in this trilogy, uh, they do something better than the previous one because we know the Spider-Man 3 was really bad. The Spider-Man 2 was good. This one was really good as well because uh, the franchise continued to cap the original character in a good way to explore the character between each others, between their relationship. So I think it was a good movie. A good movie as well. So in my opinion, this movie, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, can be right here, a little bit in the middle, because I don't consider the Amazing Spider-Man 2 at the same level of this Amazing Spider-Man 1, and I prefer the Spider-Man 2 of Sam Raimi. But still a good movie, a decent movie with a good way to explore characters. So I think is also another nice movie, in the better than the Spider-Man 3, but in my opinion, maybe not good like the first The Amazing Spider-Man movie and also the Spider-Man 2 by Sam Raimi that I like so much. So because of that, I decided to give a B to this The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But let's move for the next one. The next one is Spider-Man I'm Coming. So we change everything. We are in 2017, released in 2017 US. With John Watts is the director. The cast, we have Tom Holland, Michael Keaton. I love Michael Keaton. We have a guy like uh, Marisa Tomei, Robert Downey Jr. So a strong cast. Was the first collaboration between Sony and Marvel about Spider-Man into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So Sony and Marvel brings together, joining forces for this movie. Tom Holland is the third actor to play the character, and this and Tom Holland is a guy that gave a new edge for the character, and a good job also from John Watts to directing. There's more humor in this movie to addiction of the typical action Spider-Man canon. So this is interesting and maybe a little bit could be controversial for someone because put a sense of humor in the superhero movie change a little bit the vision because you maybe you laugh a little bit also in the movie, and it sounds really common today, really common today. in a in a superhero movie puts so ironic. Sometimes the ironic stuff is a little bit something forced a little bit. No, I'm not sure that the humor is good in a superhero movie. So I understand that they try to do something different with this in this movie, but they try to do something different about the vision of the movie. But I'm not sure that this is a good idea. Put a lot of sense of humor. So I think that I like that they give a new age for the character, and there was a good chemistry also between the director and Tom Holland. But maybe the sense of humor, in my opinion, I don't know. I'm not a guy that I want in a superhero movie too much sense of humor. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just my opinion. So because of that, I decided to put Spider-Man: Homecoming. Uh, I give a C to this movie. Because of that, I understand the idea to give us a new vision, a new version, a new edge to the character. And speaking of creation, creativity, I like when you try to do a new way for something. I think as an artist, it's really interesting. But for a superhero, this sense of humor maybe is not my range so much. But let's move for the next one. The next one is Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. So, directed by Bob Persichetti, Peter Ramsey, and Roddy Rotman. So, three directors put together this movie, released in 2018. Cast Shaming Moore, Jake Johnson, Nicolas Cage. I love Nicolas Cage. Miles Morales Moore is an average kid living in New York where Spider-Man exists. But he then gets beaten himself by a radioactive spider and starts developing familiar abilities. Hugely imaginative animated adventure which dispense with the familiar origin story and looks like a comic to come to life. Hilarious. I like this one. We talk about animated, so it's time maybe put this movie along with the others. Maybe it's not correct because the other are movie with real person. This is a animated movie, but they do something really different with this one, and they create like a new legacy for Spider-Man, a new universe, a new stuff for the characters. So because of that, there is a lot of creativity in this movie, and I like it. I like it, and I think that this movie could be almost be the top. I don't put on the top this movie only because the first movie that was the first ever that I saw, the first ever Spider-Man. You can touch this classics, the 2002, but this one is really cool. So the only reason that I don't put on the top is only that, and I put in the A along with Spider-Man, the Amazing, the Spider-Man 2, only because, in my opinion, the Spider-Man, the or 2002, the first one, is untouchable, and there's nothing that I Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse is something really cool. It's a super cool animated movie. I like how they refresh also the universe of Spider-Man. Because of that, deserved an A absolutely. So we have other only two movie to ranking in this video, guys. So let's see what is the next two. The next one is Spider-Man Far From Home. We back with the director of Spider-Man Homecoming. Is John Watts director, Tom Holland, with Samuel L. Jackson, awesome actor, my friends, and many other actors. After the events of Endgame, Peter Parker is dealing with the loss of his mentor when he and his schoolmates find themselves fighting the elementals. This movie was an enjoyable mix of storming special effects and road trip silliness, which managed to work into the little development in the relationship between Peter and MJ. Yeah, was a nice movie, but once again we find the same way of the homecoming, the same way this ironic, many silliness, and maybe too much silliness to me. So because of that, maybe it's the same reason of the first one. I think this movie, I can put this movie on the absolutely not on top. Maybe it's not bad like Spider-Man 3. I put along with the first one by with Tom Holland, the same position. I see. And now we have the last one in this ranking video, and is about Spider-Man, because this year we got also a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but the sequel we need to wait what happened. So we think that we can't include the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. They will be released this year. And we talk about Spider-Man No Way Home. Is a continuation of the Spider-Man Far From Home with John Watts, Tom Holland, with Doctor Strange. But once again, I think that this movie is, to me, have the same profile of the two previous movie with Tom Holland and the same director, John Watts. So I think that this trilogy are basically in the same level. And I said to put also this one right here. So this is my ranking for the Spider-Man. As you can see, the Spider-Man 1 is my favorite, and the worst, in my opinion, is the Spider-Man 3. We have good movies. For the first, The Amazing Spider-Man, really cool. The Spider-Man to the Spider-Man is really cool. The Spider-Man 2 also really cool. I'm not a big fan of the Tom Holland series because of the silliness that you find in the movies. Because of that, but it's just my opinion. So let me know what do you think, guys, in the chat, in the comments, and see you soon with another movie. Thank you, Eddie, to enjoy the show. Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Revi. Thank you, Matt Rob. Thank you, Side 5. And see you soon for another episode of Ranking Video. Thank you so much. See you later. Tonight will be other two news for you guys. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day. Have a nice night.